Hello, hello, hello. So this is the second part of the thing because I had got a call and I don't know how to edit all that in because I don't want this to be too long. So anyway, I don't know where um I left off because I know I was going towards the end, right? I think I was or whatever. So okay, so I know I said something about them talking about Tariq or whatever, right? This is regarding whatever. Okay, girls. Okay, so gives Tariq's an apartment. Okay, yeah. So, I think I left off where Method Man was in jail, and he was like, "Look, I'm gonna get you guys. I'm gonna get you out because I have this partner who might be able to get this other person out." Okay, so Tariq's girlfriend ends up giving the people money. They have apartment. Her parents have apartment for her brother, but I guess he's on a drug thing or whatever, and he can't seem to get out of rehab or whatever. So she gives the apartment to Tariq. And so, anyway, so whatever. So Tariq gets the apartment, the girlfriend gets the apartment. I'm just gonna go through because I'm not gonna read this or whatever. I'll be here forever. So Tariq gives the woman the apartment. Gets the apartment. So whatever. He gets ready for the actual trial. I know I might be skipping some parts. He ends up winning the hearing, getting his little sister. Okay, so he finds out he gets his sister, right? And so then is such a great actor. He is really a great actor. But before he get goes to the hearing, he's all dressed up or whatever because he got beat up the night before and all this or whatever. And he gets the apartment the day of or whatever. So he's dressed up. He's about to go to the hearing. Monet is outside. Monet is right outside in her Mercedes truck or whatever. And so then she's like, get in. So she's basically saying, since you lied to me and blah, 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 you and Kane are in a blah, 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 you're going to have to pay for the fact of what happened to Zeke or whatever. You're going to make up for Zeke, something like that to the fact. And then, so he's looking at the time because I guess, let's just say that the appointment was at 9 o'clock. It's getting closer to 9 o'clock or whatever. And, Monet's like, listen, she locks the door or whatever. She's like, look, you're going to have to miss that because all this happened to my family. I'm not going to let you, you know, be progressive or successful. Your dealings with your sister, you're going to have to take this L. And so then he's looking at the clock or whatever, and it's like 5 minutes to whatever. And then he's like, look, you think you can't, you always want control. You think you can do this, you know, to me, or you think you can control me. He was like, you can't even control your own family. This is basically, I'm not, he didn't say this word for word, but he was like, Drew was still screwing that guy on the campus. Kane put sugar in the coke. Diana took the money because she killed a man because she thought that he got the money, and he was trying to say, look, I'll get you your money. And Monet ended up killing himself. Tariq was like, you need me, you think you can do all this without me? And then she was like, yeah, so then she unlocked the door, and so he had to run up. So he ended up you know being success. He ended up winning the hearing. Okay, he had winning the hearing. And then um so then you see her in the Connect, right? Monet in the Connect, and she's like, you know what, I'm just gonna finally do it. She just basically gave in. She basically gave in. And then you see, with the Connect, so she was gonna, she said, let me go, tell my kids or whatever, and then, I'll let you meet Zeke or whatever. She was like, okay, so she's finally is gonna do it. He, made her realize that he can give her a better life because, her husband is in jail and they're having whatever kind of visit, conjugal visits. I think that's what it's called. No, I don't think I'm pronouncing that right. So, so then, okay, so she's gotten her life together. Tariq, basically, this is about Tariq and Monet, it seems like. So Tariq is, all happy. You see the next scene is, her, the social worker has a sister, and, she releases him to the sister, and he says, okay, let me just get the apartment set up, and then I'll come for you. Okay, the grandmother is upset because she's saying that Tariq is still a child, which he is, but he has grown up. I mean, he's taking care of all kinds of things, and she's a drunk, and she's mad, and she was dipping in the money. Okay, she mismanaged the money, so he goes to back to the campus, Tariq. And so you just see, like, on the grounds, like where the grassy area is or whatever. And there's like police or whatever. So he sees his roommate, and his roommate is like, don't, you know, and then he looks at the cop. And then as soon as he sees his roommate or whatever, because he's like, whatever, and he's still dressed up, they're the black cop and the white cop, they're like, Tariq, St. Patrick or whatever, you're under arrest or whatever. So then they cuff him, and then you see him walking through the grass area, handcuffed. And so then his girlfriend and the professor, she's calling for Tariq, and then the professor says, no, just leave him alone. He deserves that or whatever. And then the white roommate or whatever, he's just looking at him, and Tariq is like, wow, but the song that's, you know, that goes along with the scene, it just really explains and exemplifies all that he's tried to do, just to keep his family on track, to go to school. He's in this rigorous program. He's doing Zeke's homework, all of this. And you're like, no, even though he's killed or, dismantle some things or whatever, but just like, oh no, no, not Tariq, no, no. So then they put him in the police car, but the song that they have on it, you're just like, I mean, and the song gets louder and everything, and that's what I was saying, because they did some little Red and MC Light, they did some like Christmas show, and it was so dead. They didn't have any songs to go along with the storyline. Like, you have to have a song to express what people were feeling or whatever, some type of background song. That's why I was like, in 2022, I think I just want to have just a regular song that I play, that's low, like while I'm talking, so it's just not like dead air, because all you can hear is the air conditioning right now, the heater going on. So anyway, so then so now he's in the back of the cop car, and the song is going. Then the next thing, and I think this is what ends it. I think this is what ends it. No, this is not what ends it. So the next scene is that Mary J. So she's finally going home, and she's gonna tell her kids the truth. You know what I'm saying? That she's moving on. She's gonna get, she's gonna be involved with the Connect or whatever. Zeke's father, and I guess she was gonna tell her kids about how Zeke is her child or whatever. So she opens the door, and she's hearing all this talking, and they're all happy and all da 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 da. And guess who it is? Guess who it is? I forgot a scene where she meets with her husband in jail, and he's like, oh, I gotta take this call, and she leaves. Well, he has a court case, and they're trying to get him out. Well, when she goes home, guess who it is? Her husband, Lorenzo, who's been in jail, who was the head drug dealer or whatever, drug king or whatever. So he's home now. She comes in, and he and all of his kids is there, and you're like, and then he comes and he kisses her, and she's just like, what? But the daughter. So remember, what's his name? Tariq was like, oh, and your daughter Diana is the one that took the money. Well, Diana took that money to pay for the attorney to get her father out. Because I think, remember when a couple episodes before, she went to go see her father, and was just like, my mom, she's not right, and da 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 da, whatever. Well, she went to Davis, and I think she gave him $500,000 or $1 million, and that's where that money was used for. So they got him out on a technicality. So that's one thing. So when dude got out, okay. So that's not it. So then, after the next scene, you see Tariq in the jail, in a jail cell. And so then, the guard comes and says, oh, your attorney's out. So we're thinking that Davis, Method Man, is going to be, his attorney or whatever, because you see a scene where after Tariq gets arrested, you see Method Man, he gets a call and then he calls for a cab. So we're assuming that he's going to, go and rescue Tariq. Well, anyway, so you say, your attorney's here. Then the attorney, the guy from Trader Joe's from the Cosby Show, he said, well, your father wanted me to give you this if in case you ever, went to jail for homicide or anything. So he gives him the letter. Tariq doesn't open it. He goes back to the jail cell and he's still dressed up. He goes back to the jail cell. He opens the letter and then I think Ghost says, yeah, something about you deserve this, or look at where you at now, motherfucker, something like that to that extreme. And you're like, oh man. But then you're like, well, how would Ghost ever imagine Tariq ever killing someone? Because, before Ghost had passed away, oh, Tariq did kill someone. Okay. Oh, now I get it. Okay. So he did know that Tariq was up to no good. Okay. So, you're like, oh man, like, wow, all he tried to do was keep his family together and, what his father did or whatever. So, you're just like, oh man, after all that, he's getting his sister out, he's gotten his own place. He's, put up this company together. He's, gotten 30,000 to someone to have this fictitious company so that, he could be able to get his daughter, I mean, not his daughter, but his sister, and go to school and, be in this rigorous program and be a drug lord and, a serial killer, whatever, all of this. And he always keeps his composure. I was like, gosh, I wish I could be like that. So, okay. So that's that. Now, that happened. Then that happened. And then the next scene is, I guess Mary J. Blige, she kisses her husband, and her kids are like, you didn't even tell us, Mom, and all that, whatever. And she's just like, the husband gives her a kiss and everything, and, but she's just like, oh, wow. Oh my God. That's it. That's it. I don't know if I portrayed that as good as it was on the TV, but baby, let me tell you, yeah, let me tell you, if you followed this series, it was the best episode. This is, I'm telling you, Power Book 2 is up with The Wire. I don't know who is writing this. I don't know if they got the writers from The Wire, because The Wire was by far the all-time best series ever. Why it never, and I've always said this, why it didn't get any Emmys and blah, 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 I don't know. But The Wire was amazing. I just hate that it didn't get its due. But you know what? It's still not over. They need to give them their reparations. I'm serious. They need to remake The Wire. Are all the people still alive from? No. That Michael guy, he's passed away. Oh, darn it. Yeah, The Wire was the best. The best premium channel series ever. Ever. Why didn't get, I just don't know. But anyway, that was that. This is, part 2 of whatever, because I have to get off the phone. It was a death in the family and someone called me or whatever. So, yeah, I'm telling you, that Power Book 2, I cannot wait, because everyone now was like, how is Tariq gonna get out of this? My speculations is, the white roommate, the Weston, he's gonna say, he's gonna sell out Kane. He's either gonna sell out Kane or turn on Tariq. I'm not exactly sure, but Tariq is gonna get Davis, to get him out on some type of whatever. And then I think Davis is going to blackmail his partner and use something to make him get his brother out. Now, Monet, that's where the story. I mean, I think it's. I don't know. This is real good. But Monet, how is she gonna finesse her husband and the Connect? Because the husband and the Connect, they look like brothers, but you know that they know each other because obviously they all grew up together. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see. I'm just like, how is this all gonna work out? I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I cannot wait. Oh, this is bringing me back to The Wire. Oh, I love that show. I love that show. Wow. I just can't wait. I can't wait, you know. But see, the thing about it is I think they're going to take a break. I think they won't start it back up until January. That's what I hate. I can almost guarantee you that it's not going to come on next weekend because it's Christmas. I can almost guarantee you that it won't come on next week because of Christmas. Oh, what a waste, what a waste, what a waste. Anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you guys. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.